Hey friends, it's Neil here from Post to Post. It's been a while, for me at least. The last time that I filmed a video was actually 3 weeks ago. So the video that you would have saw yesterday was filmed quite a while ago. I have not been in front of a camera in quite a while. So it's been 3 weeks, but it honestly feels like a couple of months. And I think I have one more video that has been pre-filmed that is not released yet. So you will see that, early next week or possibly this weekend. But today's Friday, and that means Jersey Concepts, so let's get into this set of 128 jerseys. Typically we do 32. 32 times 4 is 128. That means there's 4 per team. And we're going to go through them one team at a time and look at the entire set. I don't know what the actual theme is here, but these designs are from John Robertson, and I'm assuming there's a home and away and then possibly an alternate and maybe like a specialty jersey or 2 alternates. Not sure. And that's the fun of these videos on a Friday. We get to find out together. I've not seen these. We will react to these together. Let's see what John's got. Let's bring up the first team. It's going to be Anaheim. Okay, well, first impressions are I like the brand switch, which is something that we might see coming soon in the next couple of years. So brand switch in the sense that, moving away from the current jersey design, going with something a little bit different. Maybe it is the classic colors that you see down below along the bottom, the original colors, or really leaning into that orange aspect. And that's exactly what John's done here in the home and the away. So I do support that. I think their orange jersey that they have now as an alternate is beautiful. And although this is not identical, it is still in the same line of that kind of look, basically. So I like that. And then the away jersey there is very similar to their Reverse Retro 2.0, which looks good. Down below, we're going way back here. The one on the left is, I would say, substantially better, in my opinion, than the one on the right. I don't necessarily like the font style logo on the bottom right one. And I also don't like the colorization. I think the green is a little bit too dark. You're going to need to want to really influence that with some a thick white stroke or something to help it stand out. Because right now on the eggplant purple color, it really just kind of fades into the background. It's 2 very deep colors, or change the font color entirely to white or something. I'm not sure, but overall, pretty good set, good start. Next, Arizona. Okay, so a little bit of a tweak to the Kachina. Actually, a big tweak. I was looking at the jersey design, but the logo is a is a big tweak. The home is definitely acceptable and good. I don't know if it's better than what they have now. The away, I would feel the same way. It's good, but I don't know if it's better than what they have now. And then down below along the bottom, the one on the bottom left is pretty decent. It's okay. But I'm actually really interested in the one on the bottom right. I think that is an excellent 2-tone jersey. It also matches in with the same general thematic of the home and the away that he's proposing above. And it looks really good. It looks modern, but still very classic at the same time. So really good job on that one. Boston. Okay, so first impressions, home and away haven't really changed that much, so let's go down to the bottom. Bottom left, incredible. Taking kind of the Winter Classic jersey from 2017, I think. And then taking the Reebok alternate jersey, which used the logo, and kind of putting that logo on there. It's not identical, but it's, you can see kind of the influence there. It looks very good. I love that jersey. I think that's an excellent jersey concept. The one on the right feels very like baseball appreciation in a way. Obviously, it's more like Pittsburgh Pirates than it is Red Sox, but still, it just, I don't know, I get really a lot of baseball influence with that logo, so I'm not particularly inclined to like that one that much. Next, the Buffalo Sabres. Okay, we've got a massive switch up from the home and away using the logo that was on the, I don't even know, I think it was maybe the Winter Classic or something like that. It looks very good. I love that. I think it was on the anniversary jersey as well. And I think the away jersey is actually fantastic. I don't know how I feel about the striping on the home jersey. Down below, we've got some pretty good moves and some maybe risky moves. On the bottom left, it's the goat head jersey. I think that design is okay, but I do prefer the one that they currently actually do have as an alternate. I think that's better. The one on the bottom right is the risk. It's the Buffa Slug, and traditionally most people don't like this design. But I'm not most people. I actually do like the Buffa Slug. I support it, and I would like to see it come back. So I'm definitely okay with that design. Calgary. Whoa, we went full Blasty here. Blasty home with a shoulder patch from long ago days. Now, Blasty away, the colorization on the logo is actually pretty good. I like the way that looks. I think home and away, I'm conflicted because I do like Blasty, but I don't know if it's the direction that I would like to see them go full-time for home and away. especially jersey alternate, fine. Down below, we've got Blasty Influence as well on the bottom left. That one's okay. Now, the bottom right one is, we need to go back to, I think it was maybe in the Reebok years, or maybe like early Reebok years, maybe late CCM. I can't remember exactly, but that was from, I believe, the Heritage Classic against Montreal, possibly. And I think it's one of the worst jerseys to ever be worn in modern history, because it's a bit of, the Ronald McDonald jersey. But with that said, it is so iconic, and it's kind of a meme jersey now where a lot of people would like to see it come back, even jersey collectors like me. I would love to see that come back, so I support that. Next, wow, Carolina. John, I don't know about this one, buddy. I think we're leaning in a little bit too heavily with the warning flag logo. The home and the away are fine. I don't necessarily understand the black belt look on the away, though. I'd probably avoid that and allow that pattern to continue along the bottom. The bottom left one with that bit of like almost metal or grain texture in the red, I would probably say no to that. But the one on the bottom right, the light gray one, I actually do kind of like. That's an interesting approach. Next, Chicago. Okay, so kind of like Carolina, using the same logo for all of them. I think that's not necessarily a bad decision, but if we're talking about an entire like team brand from an outside standpoint, looking in, I think you want to play it like cohesive with at least 2 jerseys, possibly 3, maybe even ideally 3. But the fourth one, I like to see a little bit more modernism or maybe some more risk. And I don't necessarily see that here, especially with the logo. So the home and the way, that's basically what they have now. The arms have changed. The shoulder patch has been removed from the shoulder and brought down here, kind of like the Reebok, I think it was Winter Classic jersey that they had. A very nice jersey. And the bottom left one, I think, is the risk of all of them, but the logo's the same. I would maybe like to see a different, maybe more modern take on the logo for that jersey specifically, but it is nice. And the bottom right one, I would say, I don't mean this in a rude way, but I think it's relatively insignificant in the sense that it's so close to the home jersey. Why even kind of have it in a way? So I like to see something a little bit different there. Colorado, excellent. See, this is exactly what I was kind of talking about. Where you take a little bit of a risk and you have maybe a third or fourth modern design. So home and away here, they're not close to what they use now, but they are kind of in a way. It looks good. But the alternate on the bottom left, that's taking the current alternate and the stadium series that they used and kind of putting them together with a little bit of tasteful influence from John's creativity here in the striping. And I think that does look pretty good. I would like to see that. And then the one on the right is more of a classic look. We need to go back to the Reebok years, I believe it was, where Colorado used that kind of slanted logo design on there. So good mix of current and past history with the Colorado Avalanche here. Next, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Good choices here as well. This is a really good example of a cohesive set in the sense where you've got some safeness in the home and the away with the Cannon jersey and then an inverse of that jersey, which a lot of people really like. The off-white looks fantastic in both of those. But then you play some risk in with some modernism as well. On the left, we've got more... it is a risky jersey, but it feels very classic. The Cannon logo is still on there. It pays respect to really the core of what the Blue Jackets really represent. And on the right... you kind of go back to their original kind of branding with that logo, which is a little bit more playful, a little bit more, late 90s, early 2000s kind of flashy look. So I do like that as well. Next, the Dallas Stars. My eyes immediately went down to the Motorist jersey, or the variation of the Motorist jersey down on the bottom right. I don't think it's the best version of the jersey that I've seen, but it is very good. The home and away are pretty close to what they use now, so I won't really comment on that. The bottom left is a combination between, I guess, the reverse retro and the alternate kind of neon jersey. So what we can really gather so far in this set is that John has a really, really good understanding of previous designs from each team's branding and the ability to kind of combine both of those, or 2 or 3, 4 jerseys, whatever, into one jersey. That's a really obvious strong suit of John's work here. So John, great job. Next, Detroit. Ooh, baby. The one on the bottom left, that is exactly what I would like to see from the Detroit Red Wings. That's exactly what we need. Something that's not like super aggressive. It doesn't have to change. You don't have to change the wheel. See what I did there? You just need to take a design that is very close to what they currently use as far as design, but just add some black in there. Maybe remove the white, maybe make it two-tone like we have here with the red and with the black, and just allow it to breathe a little bit more modernism. I think that's perfect. I really like that. Home and away are relatively the exact same as what they currently use. And then his fourth jersey, the bottom right, that's a really good example of a classic style jersey, really appreciating the history of the Red Wings and also a past jersey in the, I think it was Winter Classic against Toronto maybe. Next, the Edmonton Oilers. Well, the home and the away are okay. The bottom left one is maybe a little bit too aggressive for me personally. It's okay. The bottom right one goes back to play a little bit of nostalgia with me. That's a time in hockey when I watched quite a bit of Oilers hockey, actually. All hockey in general, really, if I'm being honest. But so I do like that design. I think objectively, I only like it because it makes me nostalgic. I don't like it objectively because it's a nice design, if that makes any sense at all. So objectively, I don't think that's the right decision for the Oilers, and I don't think the majority of people would like the design on the bottom right. Next, the Florida Panthers. Okay, so switching up the striping and the colorization on the home and the away jersey, I think, is it better than what they currently have? Florida has such nice jerseys. I don't think so, but it is very nice. I also noticed a little bit of a gradient in the away jersey and the home jersey in that gold stripe in the middle. I do like that approach and that touch. The bottom left jersey is combining the Reverse Retro 1.0 with the original jersey logo and the current logo. So it's a kind of a combination between maybe almost 4 jerseys, actually. And I think that looks okay, actually. I'd be on board for that. And then the one on the right is, an inverse of that with the logo change. It's okay. Next, the LA Kings. This is it, man. This is it. So we take the Reverse Retro 2.0, which is on the top left. We inverse it to make the away jersey and make that our home and away. Love that decision. Bottom left, you take the current kind of design, but you kick in that original color, the pink, or not the pink, the purple and the yellow, and really lean into the vibrancy of the brand, something that they have not done in forever. That's a wonderful alternate, and that's a yellow jersey. And you guys know how I feel about yellow jerseys, but I think that's a really, really good decision here. And then the bottom right one, paying respect to an era that is, I guess approaching 20 years, or I guess almost exactly 20 years with that design. And it's an era that a lot of people really like from a design perspective from the LA Kings. So to me, this is a really, really close to perfect set. Minnesota, another really good collection of decisions here. Home, not exactly what we have now, but very similar. Very, very popular jersey. On the right, an inverse of that, but taking it a little bit further, making it two-tone, green, and then the off-white. You don't get the yellow, you don't get the red. That's a very pretty jersey. On the bottom left, we've got an alternate that would pay respect to their past there with that logo in the middle. Additionally, having a jersey that was primarily red is a good decision too, I think, for Minnesota fans and those who like that branding, that previous branding. The bottom right, we've got something that's a little bit more aggressive with the stark black jersey, very, very stark black. But you get to that kind of reverse retro vibrancy that they pulled, I guess, from the North Stars. First impressions, modern, but under more scrutiny, you can really see the retroness of that, I guess, in a way. So it's a really cool combination, actually, of jersey. I like it. Next, the Montreal Canadiens. And bottom left, absolutely. Pay respect to the Montreal Maroons from way long ago. I love that decision. Plus, the stripes on the arms is something that we would see, 80 years ago or something, which is great. Now, the home jersey, that's been tweaked a little bit. It's okay. I think I prefer the one that currently exists. But the away jersey, great decision here. I really like that. Going back to the mid-1940s with that stripe in the middle there on the white jersey. Big fan of that. The one on the bottom right, this would be a complete miss for me. I don't like that at all. I feel like the logo is floating or it's too small or something. I don't necessarily really like the striping up here as well. Next, the Nashville Predators. Not my ideal jersey design for the home jersey, but using blue as the primary color definitely is. The away jersey is way better in my opinion. That's actually one of the best white away jerseys concepts that I've ever seen for the Nashville Predators, so I really like that one a lot. The bottom left one is okay, and then the bottom right one would be, I think, a fantastic uniform. I'd be curious to see what the pant color would be, because it almost has this like crop top look where the blue stops right below the boobaloo-baloobies, and then you get the yellow and the white down below. So how does that transition into the pants? They can't be white. That would be weird. Would they be blue? That would kind of make this big like lighter section in the middle. I'm not sure. So I might walk back on that statement actually about that being a nice uniform. I'd have to see the entire thing to make a decision. Okay, the Devils. So we've got an improvement on the jersey on the bottom left. I do like that. I don't think the home and the away are an improvement, though. I do really like Detroit Red Wings. The Devils. It's been a long day. The New Jersey Devils home and away jersey currently, I think they do an excellent job. So while these are nice, they're not better in my opinion. Now the bottom right, that would be a wonderful alternate in my opinion. I would very much like to see that. Okay, the Islanders. Oh, okay. So home and away, we've got a bit of a shade switch here in there, and then just a small addition of teal. I like the away jersey a lot. I think that looks really nice. Now the alternate and specialty, or both alternates, you kind of have an alternate home and away. Like you just have a different approach for both arenas, whether you're home or whether you're away. It doesn't really matter. You could wear your normal away, or you could wear your specialty away. That's actually a really, imagine that being a condition in the NHL where every single team had to have two alternates, and both alternates had to be white and dark, and you could use them on the road whenever you wanted or at home whenever you wanted. And you wouldn't have to worry about, we only have this one alternate and it's red and we can't wear it on the road ever because the home team is wearing dark. We can only wear it at home. So I kind of like that approach. That would be an interesting condition by the NHL. Having two fisherman jerseys, I don't think it's overkill. However, I would prefer just to see one, and if I had to pick between the two, I would pick the dark one on the bottom left. I think both are beautifully designed, but thinking about a fourth possible concept for the Islanders, I would like to see something a little bit different. Next, the Rangers, and this is a really good example, actually. So home and away are pretty close to what we have now. Bottom left is the reverse retro 1.0 combined with 2.0 combined with the original Liberty jersey, which is all combining the best decisions. So basically, John made the perfect decision here with that. It's excellent. And the one on the right is just a simple jersey. It feels a little bit mid-70s and very classic. Plus, it plays in with the general thematic of home and away, so we're good there. Ottawa. Pretty good home and away, actually. They just made a switch recently, which is, I think, a good switch, but this is nice as well. The alternate jersey in the bottom left is a pull from the 2017-2018 Adidas 100 Classic game against Montreal. Not the same style, but very similar. They had the years actually like rubber stamped into the arm. It was pretty cool. Or the striping, rather, not the arm. Technically the arm. And the bottom right, we get to go back in history a little bit. I think that's okay. Not a bad set. The Flyers, wow. That is an excellent home jersey. I really, really like that home jersey a lot. That's actually one of the better Flyers concepts I've seen. The away jersey, relatively the same as what they use now and have in the past. It doesn't really tickle my fancy, as you can say. One on the bottom left is, I get Quakers vibes, I get Stadium Series vibes. I do like it. The one on the bottom right would be a miss for me just based on the logo. I'm not really a fan of that logo. It does make me nostalgic, but not my first pick. Next, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, definite thumbs up to the home jersey. On the fence with the away jersey. The bottom left, I don't know. It feels honestly like a bit of a clashing jersey because it does go back to the original colors, which are brilliant, and it goes back to the early 90s design of a jersey, which is brilliant. And it does kind of feel modern at the same time. It's got the neon look, but I almost kind of don't want it to have the neon look. Like the one on the right and the bottom, I think might be a little bit better. I think if you're going to go with the neon look with those colors, which are beautiful, I think maybe I would want to see something a little bit more modern. I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. What do you guys think? Next, the San Jose Sharks. A little bit more of a retro feel in the home and the away. The away is excellent. Home is, I'd like to see maybe squared shoulders there. Bottom left is really good. I really like that logo outlined in orange. That looks fantastic. The one on the bottom right is okay, leaning into the original logo. The Seattle Kraken. Well, you've got some tentacle action happening in the striping on the arms and the bottom. That is replicated as well on the away. That looks okay. Bottom left, we've got maybe a simple jersey, simple alternate, basically. Eyes on the shoulders. Look at the eye from the logo on the main, home and the away. John's taken this and put it on the shoulders. Kind of neat. I like that. But the star of the show here for me is the bottom right, based on the Metropolitans jersey from long ago, and that is inevitable. That will happen. St. Louis. Hey, at least start with the same letter. St. Louis. Home and away, pretty much the same. The home looks identical for the most part. The away has been changed a little bit. Both look good. Bottom right is a variation of the alternate jersey from the Reebok years, an inverse of it. That looks excellent with more influence of light blue. The bottom left is totally new for me. That feels very modern, almost like a city appreciation jersey in a way. You've got the gradient and the striping, which actually looks pretty good with the dark blue. And then the logo in the middle, I'm going to be a little bit concerned for that logo because I think it's supposed to represent a sunset. However, you do have some of the Pride colors in there, and based on what Gary Bettman has announced recently that they don't want specialty Pride jerseys or specialty jerseys of any kind, I don't think you'd get away with this concept. To be fair, John may have designed these prior to that announcement by Gary Bettman. Tampa Bay Lightning, wow, that is some crazy modern striping, and I'm here for it, and I like it. I'm ready for it. The logo, not sure on the logo, but I really like this jersey design in general. Bottom left, Super Bowl. That looks like a Stadium Series jersey, and one that I think would do quite well, actually. That's the best part about Stadium Series, is because they take the risk, and it's acceptable to take risk. That jersey takes risk. Also, numbers on the shoulders, pretty good. The bottom right one is a pull from a Reebok jersey where they did use bolts on there, and I don't know if it's better than the one that they used, but it is nice. I do like it. It's actually on the shelf back there, or the rack rather. Toronto Maple Leafs. Home jersey is very close to the reverse retro 2.0, which is fine. I would be okay if they switch that as the home jersey. The away jersey is just an inverse of that. That's okay. Bottom right is a Winter Classic jersey I think they used in the CCM or Reebok years against Detroit. Different logo, but I think it was blue, not white. So the white version looks okay, actually. I'm down for that. And then the bottom left is basically a monochrome version of that jersey, and it does look good. Like, Toronto's an original 6 team, so Toronto doing something in black and white or black and off-white or whatever is totally fine with me. I think that would look excellent in uniform. Next, the Vancouver Canucks. The V pattern in the bottom right is the first thing I saw, and sure, if you want to do it, go for it. I don't know how well it will sell or how many people will like it, but yeah, I don't know. Bottom left, we've got the Johnny Hockey influence. Not really a fan of that. Home and away, I'm okay with. I'm really missing their current logo. I think it's very good. And the skate logo. I think removing both of those, or at least one, would be a massive mistake from a brand lens. So good home and away, but not my first choices for the alternates. Vegas. Vegas home. Kind of their home jersey now with the striping switched for the castle theme. The away feels out of place for me. There's too much going on, I think. Bottom left is reverse retro 1.0 and 2.0 combined. That looks okay. Bottom right is a new kind of true Vegas-themed jersey where you've got some cards on the table there. You've got some of the suits along the striping. I think we could potentially see something like that in the future. Washington Capitals, which should be our second last one, I guess, rather. These are named a little bit differently than I'm used to. So home and away, okay. Love the logo. Don't necessarily love the jersey design. Bottom right design, fantastic. Love that. That goes way back into their history. I would pay money for that. Bottom left, it's kind of the reverse retro 1.0 inversed, and it's okay. I do like it. And then now we're on to the last one, which is the Winnipeg Jets. Home, excellent. Away, excellent. Maybe lacking a little bit of color. With just the pinstripes there, I feel like it's a little bit empty. Probably would look pretty good in uniform, actually, though. But I do like it. Bottom left, you've got influence from the Atlanta Thrashers in there. And instead of Thrashers on the arm, it says Winnipeg for obvious reasons. But that is part of their history, so we could see them do something like that. A lot of red, though. A lot of red in that jersey. I'm not sure how that would work because Atlanta used the maroon color, which is in the jersey on the shoulder, in the striping. So I'm kind of thinking maybe Winnipeg wouldn't use red as the primary. They'd use some kind of blue. Bottom right, excellent. Absolutely love that jersey. Best lineup. I'm not going to do best jersey. There's 128 jerseys. I'll be here forever trying to pick my favorite. But best collection of, I guess, set. Detroit I'm going to put Detroit. This is not going to be my favorite, but I would say it's in the top 3. This, to me, is an excellent kind of showcase for Detroit as far as if they had to pick 4 jerseys. I think, this is tough. Actually, John did a fantastic job with so many of these. I think my favorite is going to be LA. And I know a lot of people love the reverse retro 1.0, which is on the top left, which is my favorite jersey, or at least second favorite jersey of all time. competing for number one. So I think a lot of people would agree with me there. The away version of that, I think I'll probably lose some people, which is okay. Bottom left, I think some people will be game for that, and I know for a fact that a lot of people will be game for the bottom right. So I think objectively, if I consider everyone that's watching this video and looking at these same concepts as me, I think collectively there would be a lot of like top 10 votes for the LA Kings here. So I guess I'm voting this to be my favorite for hypothetically the majority of you and obviously myself. So I think this is my favorite. This is my favorite of best sets, best collections of your entire 128 jerseys, John. Thank you for submitting those. I really appreciate it. Coming up on the channel, there will be a few videos releasing, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but also a bit of an announcement video too. And there will be a contest coming and a prize that is, I would say, substantially larger than any prize that I've ever given away before on the channel. And it will be a couple of weeks away, I will say. Maybe, I don't want to commit to anything, but I would say at least a week away, possibly up to 3 weeks away. But it will be a design-related contest. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. A couple other things to announce as well. And there will be a pre-filmed video that was done by Dad and I a couple of weeks ago. You'll see that next. It is not hockey-related. It is geography-related and is quiz trivia related. And it's a long video. I think it's like 50 minutes or something crazy. So hope you can tune in for that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. It does feel good to get back in front of the camera talking to you guys again. It's been a while, but I am going to enjoy my weekend and probably not film anything else this weekend. It's a long weekend here in New Brunswick. Monday is New Brunswick Day, which is a holiday. So I'm going to do my best to enjoy the weekend. I hope you guys do the same, whether it's a long weekend for you or whether it's not. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.